Hey, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drones and Entertainment. Yeah, that was some entertainment. That was me doing my happy dance with one of the most viral song going on YouTube so far. So did a little video on that, and we've got to say happy birthday to Jackie Akers, which was yesterday or the day before. Happy birthday, Jackie. Hope you have a great one or had a great one. So let's get the show going. Let's welcome the man, the myth, the bearded one. He's from the land down under. It's Dominic. Welcome, welcome.
Good evening and good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are.
So how you doing there?
Yeah, we're having a late burst of summer.
Oh, well, we're having a late burst of winter here. It's snowing right now.
Wow.
So today is Good Friday. So I had the day off. So you're probably just doing okay Saturday then.
Yeah.
Usual Saturday. So, yeah, we're just having wacky Colorado weather. So gotta deal with that. It's nice to have a day off and slept 8 hours for a change. Wow, that was good. So let's welcome all the way from Grand Rapids, Michigan, not Lansing, Michigan. It's the combustible schmo all the way from
nearly said it.
Said it. Grand Rapids. Let's welcome London Art.
What up?
The blown out.
Mr. Kitty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It only does it when we come on Restream. When I look at it on my camera on the computer and the computer app, it looks fine. So, and it looks fine on the Pocket 3. So, I could play with it, but I don't want to spend the whole show dicking around with a stupid camera. I can tell you that.
Yeah, there you
know
go.
what I mean? It's like me.
You got the blue shirt with the green hat. Oh,
it's kind of a teal hat, if you must know.
Oh.
Did someone say snow? Snow. Anyway, it's raining around here off and on all day. So
raining? Okay, well, that's good. It's better than snow. I heard you guys had an ice storm just recently.
Yeah.
So some of my friends back there, they're like, oh shit, we gotta deal with that and down power lines and stuff. Yeah. Oh, even the doll has.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm using the white doll to kind of get a general idea of what's going on. I'll worry about it in a minute. I'll let you finish your little entry, and then I'll phone out for a second and take a look. I'm probably off auto white balance is probably what it is. The white balance is off, so it looks like.
So the main topic today is tariffs. How is it going to affect the drones? Now it looks like it's not really going to affect drones much because Trump has exempted electronics, and as far as I know, drones are electronics. So, and even if there was a tariff on drones, it probably wouldn't be that much of a price hike because consider how much it costs for them to make drones. Probably a few bucks. I mean, they're using basically slave labor, and so they're not going to jack up the price and take a chance on losing customers. They need us. So if they do raise prices, it's going to be just a tad bit more, So I watched Russ's video on the tariffs are going to hurt the drone community. I just, yeah, the guy doesn't understand business. You know, he's from North Dakota. What do you expect? You know?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
North Dakota.
51 drones. I call it 51 groans.
Well, I've disliked him ever since the Mavic Pro.
Okay.
Or was it the Air?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Maybe it was the Air. And he shit all over the air, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, dude, he was just trying to get clicks at that time. He was kind of a newer channel.
Yeah.
And he just did all these really retarded obstacle avoidance tests, like running it at a clothesline. I mean, literally a clothesline. And he went off on the fact that the drone didn't stop. I'm like, what? Can't you read a manual, you jackass?
Yeah.
It literally states that, you know, the thickness of the obstacle has to be before the drone can pick it up effectively. You know what I mean? He's just looking for clicks. He's just
yeah. I mean, how many subscribers does he have? Like 50, 60,000? Yeah,
he's got a lot of subscribers. I think he's 51 drones? Russ? I don't know. Look it up. I don't know. I'm not subscribed to him. How many does he have? 50, 60?
Give me a second.
I will.
I thought he was approaching like 100,000 or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't watch his stupid channel. I don't like him. So I don't watch
329,000.
There you have it, folks.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. I thought he had a pretty big channel.
It's a big channel.
Yeah. I remember when he had like 7,000 or 8,000. And I disliked him then, and I quit watching his stupid channel. I haven't watched his channel in ages. No, he's got more subs than Billy and Aldrin.
I think
Aldrin too. I think
329.
I think he's got more than Flight Path. I'm not sure on Flight Path though.
Yeah, Flight Path. Flight Path is just a little short than him.
Like 2 something.
Yeah.
I remember when Aldrin hit 50,000. I met him in Chicago. He was going to Chicago.
Yeah. I met him down in at
Austin.
Spinna.
You met him in Austin.
Yeah. Back when I won the RoboMaster. Yeah.
RoboMaster.
That's when a lot of I don't even know. I don't think he did Russ go to any of those spin-ups?
I doubt it. I don't know if Russ goes to anything. As far as that goes, I can't remember ever seeing him anywhere for any event. As far as any, I mean, commercial NAB, CES, whatever that drone one we go to, I can't think of the name of it right now. Any of them, I can't. A UAV something, I can't think of him ever going to any meetup or anything. Yeah, that I can think of.
Wow, he's actually got more subscribers than your friend.
I know.
Yay.
Oh, that yeah. Well,
your boy.
You put the two of them together, throw them in a little bottle, and toss them out to sea. For all I care, you know. COVID missed 2, as far as I'm concerned. I can't stand either one of those dudes. But regardless, it's like. No, I mean, everybody's allowed their opinion. And at least I'll give Russ credit for one thing. At least he's an American talking about American tariffs. So for God's sakes. You know, I get tired of all these other people making these lengthy videos discussing our tariffs. It's like, really? How does that affect you exactly? Oh, not at all? Oh. Yeah. I wonder why you care. I wonder why you care then. Man, I look like I got vitiligo or something. Vitiligo. Well, how often do you get to use the word vitiligo?
You know, I see where you're coming from, but you know, I'm on the fence. I'm the wait and see I mean, after he kind of pulled back on the tariffs and kind of had a moratorium on it. The market came back, and it'll come back again. I think it'll surpass the highs we've been having before. I mean that is how this country operated for over 100 plus years until we got the
income tax.
The tax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the income tax, 1930. So, yeah. So
I don't know if you want to go super
doing,
political this show, Art, but I'm just saying you're exactly right on that. I mean, we operated strictly on tariffs until the early 1900s. If you wanted to sell goods in this country, you paid a tariff. It's just that simple. And in the idea of helping other countries, we decided to go ahead and allow huge tariff deficits where other countries can tariff our products 35, 40, 50%, and we were tariffing their products 2%, 0, 10% maybe.
Yeah.
And that went on for decades. And it was okay until our entire manufacturing sector got gutted. The United States used to be one of, if not the largest manufacturing center in the world. And I doubt we make the top 10 anymore. We probably make the top 10, but not by population, though. I bet you. And we're getting stomped, and it's like, I wonder why.
Also,
wonder why.
Another reason are the red tape and red tape and rules, regulations, and stuff like that add to the cost of the products.
Right.
We got regulated to death, and that's why a lot of companies decide, it's too expensive to build your. Hey,
well, it's a 1, 2, 3 punch. It's foreign competition, regulation, and capital gains or corporate tax or taxes. It's a 1, 2, 3 punch. You know what I mean? I hear what you're saying. I didn't say are not allowed. In fact, I led the statement with you're allowed to have whatever opinion you want. Didn't I say that? I absolutely said that. Whether or not I care about your opinion can be based on geographical location, though. I didn't say you're not allowed to have an opinion. I can decide whose opinion I care about and who I don't based on geographical location. So, nah.
Yep.
So anywho, how about them drones?
Yes, exactly.
How about them drones? Everybody's Bill's still talking about the Mavic 4. It's coming.
It's coming.
So
it's gonna be released. Yeah. People are talking like they think it might not be released. Like
it's gonna be released when we don't know about
released.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Well, and Cool Cat, you know what? Even China is starting to buckle a little bit. They're working on it right now as we speak on what kind of deal we could strike with China.
No,
because China is about the last man standing. Everybody else has fallen in line.
You see Vietnam? Vietnam dropped the next day. They came the next day and said, "Hey, we'll drop our tariffs to 0, bud. No problem." They were like, "Hey, no problem." Oh, hey, this is the way it's been. But if you want to change it, hey, we're all right with that. Hey, like, it's cool with us, brother.
We just want to, equal access to all markets. I mean, that's the problem is that other countries have, some of these countries have really high tariffs. I mean, look at Canada. I mean, we can't, they've got several 100% tariffs on our milk and butter. And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But strangely enough, we were running like 10 points on stuff they brought into our country. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But regardless, man, yeah, I don't want, we probably shouldn't go deep into it because it's been beat to death. Personally, I hope there's a reset. Personally, everyone that talks about free trade, I'm all about it. Let's all have equal tariffs. Because I understand every country should charge a tariff, right?
Yeah.
But let's why not have them all be the same? Same thing.
Yeah.
And everybody gets to compete based on their ability to compete. And let the best man win.
Right. All right. So how about them drones? Let's see. DJI's got the Mavic 4. Is that the only drone they've got coming up on the horizon, or is there going to be another Air or
there'll be the Mavic 5. Sorry, Mini 5 Pro. Air 4.
5?
Air 4 probably will come out
next year, probably the Air 4.
Or the new Avata.
There'll be an Avata 3 and
new and improved Avata. They can slice and dice and make Julian fries.
Slap chop Avata. Slap.
Yeah. chop.
Yeah, the Mavic 4. You know, the funny thing about the Mavic 4, now that all the leaks are kind of, there's really no leaks anymore. I mean, what are they going to leak? But it's interesting. A lot of the camera specs are pretty impressive, but I already knew it anyway. But it's still impressive to see it on paper. You know, so.
Yeah, we got Mudball in the chat.
Mr.
John,
Mud.
I sent you a link to jump in, and I sent Bill a link. He's probably just coming back from work. He's getting off work, and yeah.
God dang it.
What the heck was that?
Yeah, I dropped $40 on a new cord, and it's still doing that. So, and I bought the new cord. I hooked it up to camera, and I left it on for 6 hours, and it didn't do it. And now it's doing it.
And there it goes.
It'll do it for a minute, and then it'll quit. It's really weird. So that beats me, man.
Yeah, that is weird. I am going to switch you with Dominic because he likes to be right there.
The power bottom.
Yeah. Well, he always has his head like right next to my logo. Rather
always
sit in the center or always off to the other side. Yeah.
I'll move.
I'll
move so I can center it.
Anyway, the Mavic 4 looks interesting. We'll see if we can even get it in this country. You know, I would love it if all this would just go away.
Yeah.
It's so silly. I agree on a lot of stuff that people like Michael or Mr. Kitty will say and stuff like that. It's just all this kind of xenophobic, you know, silliness should go away. I'm for an even playing field, though. I can't argue with that. I'm for an even playing field. You know, I don't see anything wrong with that. To ask for an even playing field seems reasonable to me. I guess. Why not?
What? Why not? Yeah,
give me the reasons why not. Everyone that wants to argue against us having even tariffs with every other country, please explain to me why that's wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, also, why not be dependent on any one country? I don't know. Maybe somebody might be making antibiotics. Maybe we should make it here in the United States and not rely on foreign countries for vital
medical
things like.
Well, hint. You
know,
every country should make vital products in their own country. I don't care what country you're talking about. You should never rely on someone else for something that you require.
Right.
that's.
Well, remember in 2020 we had a shortage of masks,
respirators.
Who made that? China, the country that gave us.
He's in a political mood today, isn't Art? Dom, isn't Art in a political mood today? You see that? He's on a super political mood. That's right. Did you guys have your GIMP show? Did you do your 3 gimps or whatever?
Oh, that was last night. That was last
really?
night.
Oh. Yeah. Well, what about what's his name again? Lloyd. Did Lloyd do his show? No.
No, and he wasn't feeling good.
So you didn't get a chance to vent as much this week. So now you want to vent now. I get it.
Right. He was still dealing with the allergies going from Florida and coming back to Oklahoma, where they're the ragweed capital of the world, So it just kicked his butt. Yep. So I've been playing around with the AI tools for my YouTube using rapid tags for YouTube to make tags for my videos, and I noticed an increase in some of my videos, especially the birthday videos. I used to get just a few hundred views. Now I'm getting 1,000, over 1,000 views on them. I'm like, holy crap! So I used that, and I just subscribed to Chat On, which is kind of like Chat GPT, and I used that for descriptions and titles, and that seems to be helping my videos.
Ronnie.
So
cool.
And we got Ronnie. Yeah.
Ronnie. Hello, Ronnie. How are you?
So everybody's bitching. I'm not just using AI to, make my content. I still do my own videos and shit.
Obviously.
Just that I use
as an add-on.
And my channel's still growing. I'm at 55,070. Yeah, so pretty soon I'll be at 5,100 and still growing. Wow.
Thank you, Ronnie.
That's hard to do. Wow. There we go.
Wow. So Alon, did you have the day off today, or did you have
Hell no. I got out a little early though. I saw them all shaving and stuff. I managed to get out at I only had to work 8 hours. Hooray!
Well, I asked my boss earlier today if I could come in on Friday, because that'd be double time because it's a holiday. But the company decided they're shut down for the holiday.
That'd be like Quattro time for you, because you do half the work of everyone else.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure you're a linchpin there, Art, for real. You've been doing it for a while, so you're always willing to work overtime and stuff. So, yeah.
Yep. So, and then tomorrow I'm going over to my sister's for Easter. We're having it Saturday. I don't know why we're doing Saturday.
I know you guys are Jehovah's Witnesses. That's so awesome. Or 7-Day Adventists or whatever.
So I think my sister might be going to a Rockies game or something.
Ooh.
Maybe that's why she.
The hell with Easter, Saturdays. We're going to a baseball game.
Yeah, going to a baseball. I mean, if she gets the tickets for free, she's flying.
That's just funny to me. That's all. We're so damn religious. What? Rockies game? Oh. The hell with the heck with Easter? Pack your bags.
Well, and that's the only time the whole family gets together. My sister, my niece, and her husband, and her son. My sister's granddaughter hasn't been to a family event for God, shit, it must be 5 years, maybe longer. Yeah, she doesn't. Yep. Satimus. Oh. Satsumas.
Yeah.
Okay, you mean orange? Oh, okay.
And they sound delicious. They're
yeah, that's
or are
right.
they the large satsumas or the smaller ones?
Mm-hmm. I build the emergency air ram generators. Yeah, I make the components that go into. Yeah. Yep. And how about that Blue Origin?
Yeah,
that's
let's talk about that.
Buzz Aldrin, Katy Perry. Same thing. Same.
Katy Perry, Gail King, and who else? Oh yeah, Bezos' girlfriend.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Probably the only time he had time to shut her up for a while.
Oh,
for 15
wow.
minutes.
A feminist would what is that? Not a feminist. A sexist would say.
Yep. So, and now they're now we're astronauts. No, you're not. You're just crew. You just went for a ride. You didn't actually do shit. You didn't even wear a spacesuit.
Yeah, who do they think they are? Yeah, John Glenn.
Well, Alan Shepard actually, and he
John
went
Glenn, Alan Shepard, Yuri Gagarin.
Yuri Gagarin. Yeah, they actually peed in their spacesuit. Did those ladies pee in their? No, they just went up and down. Oh, wow.
Yeah, well,
it's like, no, you weren't the first one. Valentina Tereshkova was the first female. in space. Yep. Yeah.
No, on the other side of that, Katy Perry, let's say, and a wife beater and a pair of shorts and zero gravity.
Yeah.
And the other thing I've got to mention is that the rocket ship did have a very phallic look to it, let's say.
Wow. Yes, it did.
Well, they mostly do. You got to admit, that's kind of the going shape.
With the crew compartment on the top. It made it look.
Yeah.
Was it bulbous? Was it bulbous?
It was bulbous.
Was it girthy?
Yeah. It was
girthy and bulbous.
I'm surprised Ken Heron didn't watch it. You know how much he likes to see penises painted on buildings. You know,
that one was too big for him.
Yeah,
it's just prepubescent penises.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's like the way they were acting, like, oh, we did something. No, you shut up. You guys are all billionaires, and they got to go up in a spaceship. And so shut up. You know, where Alan Shepard and those guys, they were test pilots. They trained.
Yeah, but the other thing that I found interesting was they were saying they did a 14-hour training session before this. So you're doing a 14-hour training session to go into space for 11 minutes. I just don't see the point.
Yeah.
Money. That's the point. Money.
Yeah.
Money. Publicity. Money.
Yeah. Publicity.
Money. Ducats.
Did they rescue any astronauts? No.
They didn't rescue.
You know what? That would have been awesome. I ain't gonna lie. I'm cooped up in a space station for 9 months or whatever the hell it was, and Katy Perry comes to the door to get me. You know what? All the hate she's getting, that don't mean she's ugly. I'm just saying.
It
I'd be all right with you.
It certainly would be a lot more joyful if you saw her coming to rescue than some of the other astronauts.
You got it. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
I can't really expand on that, but that's all I'll say.
I'm just saying. you know. You know what? If someone offered me a free ride in space because I was famous, sign me up. I'm just being honest. You know, they can give.
They wouldn't say no.
No, hell no. So they can kick all the hate. I'm just saying, if I was banging somebody that was a billionaire and could finance me a trip to space, I'm in. Just saying.
Nope.
I'm gonna go dig up Bezos' ex-wife. She's got a bucket load of loot she likes to give away, apparently.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what else is going on? Is so Musk sends his what was it? His dragon on top of Falcon 9. That was Falcon good. Yeah. Anyway, up there to get those astronauts, bring back. Basically, they traded. You know, we gave them 3 more astronauts for 2 to come back home. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Something wrong with your math.
Well, the ship, the Dragon ship holds like 7, and I think they went up with 5, and then they came back with instead of 3, they brought back 2.
Oh, I didn't know what? You just told me something I didn't know. So they recrewed the space station as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Russians they're still there. They probably had their Soyuz, and they probably already came home. You know.
Well, they keep somebody up there 365. Is that the bottom line?
Somebody's got to stay up there. You know, somebody's got to stay when they beam down the crew. Somebody's got to stay aboard.
Someone's got to be running the. Yeah, exactly. They get Mr. Scotty up there. Captain, if I give her any more powder, she'll blow. Ha.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor.
Interesting fact. You know, in space, you can't belch.
Because of lack of pressure differentials or what?
Yeah, well, no gravity. Or very little gravity. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know gravity had anything to do with belching.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, gravity is pulling down the stuff down to your stomach, and you need to belch, you belch, and zero gravity, you can't belch. You just
explode.
Can't have a tummy.
Oh wow!
You're bloated.
Oh wow!
So that's why, yeah.
Wow.
And they're on a special diet, so you're not farting in space. Can you imagine that? You're hanging around up there, and oh no! Holy shit! I'm twirling around in the cabin. There we go. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bob, watch this. And then watch me go across to the other side of the station. Yeah, that'd be an interesting way to. Oh, and that probably wouldn't want to do that because that shit is flammable. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to cause a fire up there. Yeah.
Well, if you're any kind of decent person, I personally, believe it or not, for all my faults, that's something I don't do. I will excuse myself from a group if I have some necessity to flatulate. I'll excuse myself from a group and go into a bathroom, go outside. You know, I'll excuse myself from the group. I refuse to do that. I won't do that in a car, in group settings. I'll never do that. So I would imagine they go to the bathroom and use the toilet if they have to flatulate. That's what I would do.
Get the hose up there and right into
however it works. However it works, I would utilize those facilities. I wouldn't just stand in the middle of the cabin and let one rip. You know, I'm not perfect, but that's one fault I do not have.
Yeah.
You can hang out with me for 20 years and never hear me fart or smell it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Diarrhea.
Cha-cha-cha.
Oh boy. Hey, look at that brown streak going. Yeah.
So, Dom, how about that cricket tournament? I don't know about anything, but
Yeah.
it was space
Cricket's a
diarrhea.
summer thing. We do Australian rules football at this time of the year.
Okay.
Oh.
How's Sydney Rough Riders against the Sydney Rough Riders? How's that going? The Sydney Rough Riders versus Queensland Rough Riders.
6 weeks in.
Port St. Lucie.
This is round 6.
It's the dry one, Bill Ronayne. Welcome.
Bill.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good evening.
Howdy.
What titillating conversation we got going on here?
I know, right? Save
we were
them,
talking
Bill,
about
save them.
diarrhea in a
Anything.
space station.
Let's hear about your medical conditions. I don't care at this point. How
Yeah.
about the medical conditions?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Great.
Oh, that's
Hey, how about that
good.
drone? Anyway, did you figure it out why your footage didn't look as good as you wanted it to?
Well, no, it's just the sky wasn't blue. It was odd. It was like, and it wasn't. It was on. It wasn't on
Auto?
Yeah, it was on auto. Yeah.
Is it on auto white balance too?
Yeah.
That's a problem I'm having right now.
Yeah, there's your problem.
With this camera, so stupid white balance is off. I don't feel like
And
messing with it.
it wasn't on D-Log or anything. It was on regular MP4. So I don't know, but I flew it again yesterday.
It's on H.265 still,
Good.
right?
Huh? Yeah.
Is it on H.265?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Good.
played around with it. I've already got the hang of it. I know everything is. It's fine. I zoomed.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great drone. Yeah. I flew it in the same direction. On my controller, the sky looked blue. I haven't looked at the video yet, though.
Cool.
I guess I would just have to color
Cool.
that,
You just mess with the
Bill,
saturation.
We were just talking about the Blue Origin
Yay.
flight that went up with an all-female crew.
They weren't a crew. That was such horse shit.
I know. They're all. We're astronauts.
This is the future and the proof that women can, go out there and go out there and stay out there. That's okay. Go play.
Yeah.
First of all, you didn't prove anything. The pilot was a fucking female astronaut. They've been around a long, long time. You guys didn't do anything new, by being passengers for 11 minutes.
Yep.
So full of themselves, those people.
It's sad.
Well, they got the ass right. An astronaut.
So you got your old toy out. I got my old toy out. Here we go.
Oh, good.
No, the long and the short of it is, even the pilot didn't do that much because most of those missions like that are automated. They're only in position
have to have somebody
just in
on
case
board.
there's an emergency.
Yeah, but she's
emergency.
been trained. Yeah, in case it's problem.
No. I don't get me wrong. Full respect for the pilot, regardless of their gender. Full respect for the pilot.
And God forbid something happened and somebody had to actually fly it in. She's been trained. The rest of them are spent more time putting on their makeup than they did training. Like
Right.
Yeah.
I'd like to know who gave you this
Putting
shirt
on
at the
their
meetup, and who thinks I'm an extra large. I'm an XL, by the way. Who thinks that?
Was it tight?
Oh yeah, it's tight. It's all right.
Yeah, tight shirt Bill, they call him. Yeah. Check out my pecs.
It's you know what? These are okay for streaming. Can't really see the mess. That's
I know. Yeah, belly sticking out or whatever.
look at it. It's just squeezing the tits.
Woo. Dang, girl. Did you see that Mary Burke replacement I sent you, Art?
I just saw
Yes,
it.
I did.
That seems like AI or something. I don't know.
Nope. I checked the stupid channel to make sure because I thought it was BS too. I go, oh, come on now. I did date a girl that was around that size and real skinny like that. So I know it's possible.
It said she weighed 152 pounds. She didn't weigh it.
She's 5'2". She's 5'2".
She doesn't weigh 152 pounds.
Well,
No way.
25 of that is boobies.
I tried to figure
actually
that.
weighs
How much of
120.
that is that? They are ridiculous, but
Yeah, they are ridiculous. They're E's, apparently.
I doubt they're 25 pounds. So.
I'm joking about that. I don't know what they weigh.
I think they put an excessive weight on there for her because she was slim otherwise,
Just to
make you think, wow.
You have to see it, Dominic.
Wow, those boobs are heavy.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Regardless, anyway, she's and I thought it was all fake too.
Yeah,
and then I scoured her channel.
For research purposes. I would like to.
Yeah, let's see it. It's nothing. It's not safe for work or nothing.
No, it's
no worse than Mary Burke. I can tell you that.
For research purposes, I would like to compare.
You're going to share it, Bill? It's no worse than Mary Burke.
Jody shared. I'm waiting for Artie.
Yeah.
152? No, maybe 132.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might be.
I don't know. She's got a little caboose too, though.
Yeah, she's got the caboose.
If you look at the other videos, their butt sticks out quite a bit too. I don't know, man.
That's good.
152 sounds high to me too.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, but a girl that size at 5'2" could weigh about 100. I'd say 125 pounds easily, right?
Yeah, could be. That's still
125, 130.
Too, but yeah.
I wouldn't say she's scrawny by any stretch of the imagination.
My wife's 5'1". She's 87 pounds.
Yeah, your wife is probably really thin.
She is.
Yeah. This girl ain't thin.
But
I wouldn't consider her thin. She looks thinner than she is because it's all relative.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Art, we're all gonna have to check out here if you don't keep running that.
Well,
Art, we're gonna have to blank our cameras.
I mean, Art hasn't taken it down, so I'll take it down. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
I'm like, so she has a whole skein of videos. She has a crap ton. You know what? More power to her.
My wife wears a C cup bra on that little tiny 5-foot frame.
Oh, that's probably pretty hot. Let's see some pictures.
Yeah. And yet, she's only in the 80s, so it's all muscle, I guess. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know. Got more energy than I do.
Yeah.
She run her ass off all day, come home, cut the grass, make me dinner.
Yeah. Your wife is all right, buddy.
You wonder why she's 87 pounds.
I'm about ready to fly to the Philippines with Art and pick me one up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. Let's see. I made some pot roast today.
Wow.
Cooked all day, and boy, was it good.
Cooked all day? Making a pot roast is cooking all day.
They threw it in a crock pot and went and watched TV.
And it's
they slaved over a crock pot for 8 hours.
You braise, you braise and you flour and braise the meat. You put it in the fluid.
No,
you let it cook for a few hours. Then you put the vegetables in. You let it cook for a couple more hours.
Oh, I throw it all in. I put the meat in first, and then throw in
the pearl potatoes, whatever the baby potatoes are better.
Yeah,
new potatoes, whatever they are better than cut up chunks of potatoes. Well, that's because you wouldn't put the chunks of chunks of potatoes in right at the beginning, because then you'd have.
Yeah, but that's what I usually do.
I understand, because you kept the potatoes whole.
Down.
If they were chopped up and you did that, you'd have mashed potatoes and.
Well, yeah, that's one way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I could just chop them up, boil them, and then mash them, and then have mashed potatoes and gravy. Yeah.
They look good. I mean, you spilled it all over the place when you put it in the dish, but that's it.
Yeah. So that's what I did. Stayed home, and it snowed most of the day, off and on. So, how's the weather there in Florida?
It's there. It was beautiful. I don't know. It's
Florida.
I don't know. I don't pay attention. It's not particularly hot. Actually, it's not hot. 76 degrees, 67% humidity.
Not bad.
Warmer than you.
Yeah. That's right now.
Cool, Cat. What I did is when I I put steak seasoning on it last night and let it marinate in the plastic bag, and I got the stew sauce working. Comes in a powder. You just pour that in.
Honey, come in here and tell him how to make a pot roast.
Yeah. I'm worse than he is, Bill. If I was making a pot roast right now, I would literally go buy the meat already cut up, braise it, buy a big bag of frozen vegetables, throw all that shit in a fucking pot, and turn on the dealio and walk away. And I come back like in 6 hours or whatever.
You put in some fluid, you cover it, and if you let that sit long enough, you don't have to cut it up. It'll fall apart eventually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No, I'm in a hurry. Yeah, I'm not trying to wait 8 hours to eat.
Oh yeah, you know you're in a hurry.
No, I would just I'd do like a 3 or 4 hours and be done with it. And eat. It's ready to eat, baby.
Well, I put it in and started cooking at about 10 o'clock, and I had dinner at 3:30, 3:45.
Oh, so 5 hours.
So, yeah, it came out perfect.
Awesome.
I threw in some mushrooms. I put a couple dollops of minced garlic in there and stirred up the sauce. And I took the meat and seared it on both sides and around the edge. Get it seared real good, and then throw it in there and put the veggies in. And chop half an onion, all chopped up. Threw that in there and cut up the mushrooms. Put that in there. Oh, and had little baby carrots.
Oh, the baby carrots.
Yeah, they're only about a couple. 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
I eat those all the time. I get them there pre-skinned and everything in a bag. It's awesome. Get some blue cheese dressing, chunky blue cheese dressing, and I just dip the carrots.
Until you just said that, I was thinking that's very healthy of you, and then you just ruined the whole thing with the blue cheese.
I don't eat anything that's strictly. If I get a salad, it's gonna be like a chef salad with extra ham, extra cheese, extra fucking dressing on it.
Salad dressing.
Yep.
Well, what's your go-to dressing?
Blue cheese or Italian, I guess. But I very rarely
Italian.
Caesar. I like Caesar salads, so I don't do ranch.
Right, creamy Caesar. No. Is good.
Yep, Caesar is my favorite.
Yeah, I'll eat ranch if there's nothing else. Not a huge fan or anything. It's
I don't do ranch.
But blue cheese. Yeah.
Blue cheese. I got blue cheese in the fridge right now.
What's that Japanese dressing? That yellow Japanese dressing? What the fuck?
Oh, daikon mustard. No, not the daikon.
That's delicious.
The mustard one.
So like a Kewpie mustard.
No, it's got some in the fridge right now.
Well, it's not daikon.
Daikon, Dijon.
No, I said Japanese. The Dijon.
The only thing I could think was the Kewpie mustard, which is like the Kewpie mayo with a bit of mustard
wasabi.
in it.
Yeah.
Wasabi's green,
right?
though.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah. Wasabi's green.
And it's hot.
Yeah, it's
really
hot.
Yeah.
Damn hot.
Well, it's ginger.
Yeah. It may look like avocado.
It's a ginger. It's a ginger.
Ginger?
Yeah, ginger. Well, there's one called Mikado dressing. I think I've had that. Mikado ginger dressing. Ginger.
Yep, ginger. I've had it made tableside Caesar dressing when we're at Caesar's Palace of all things. How ironic, but we went to Caesar's Palace for dinner, and I got a Caesar salad, and they made the dressing tableside.
If you went to Caesar's Palace and didn't have a Caesar salad, then that would be a huge missed opportunity.
Right.
That's true. When they made it tableside, and that's the first time I've seen it made tableside.
Really?
From scratch.
I've actually made it. I've actually made it tableside.
Wow.
Because I worked in the restaurant industry for many years.
Bill,
18
you
years.
man.
Did you tell them you wanted the anchovies? Because a real Caesar salad starts with anchovies. You take the anchovies and you smear it. Well, that's a real Caesar salad.
Yeah.
You start with the anchovies and a little bit of the oil from the thing, and you smear it in there. No. But they should ask, because a lot of people don't like the answer.
There's Ken, right on time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, send him a link.
Yeah, send him a link.
Tell him to come.
He had a very nice family. Ken did. Very nice people. And he was very nice. Maybe because they were there. I don't know. But anyway, very nice family. Nice to meet him. What were we talking about? Salad dressing.
We were talking about tariffs.
You know what I like on my salad? I like sweet, and I like to put. I'll put cashews on it on my salad, and I also like craisins. And
What about sunflower seeds?
Sweet and salty. Yeah, I'll do sunflower seeds if they're around. They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, no craisins. Raisins will do.
Oh, cool. Or how about croutons? Are you a crouton guy?
If I have them, sure. I'm like him. I like everything. Just throw it all in there. My wife makes me a salad with chicken breast in it all the time. Fried. She brings home the fried chicken tenders from work. She tears them up. She throws them in there. Yeah.
Cool.
And romaine. She only buys romaine lettuce.
Romaine for romaine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she never buys the iceberg. She only buys romaine, which is fine with me.
Cool. Yeah, we were talking about tariffs and how how it would affect drones, but then I pointed out, hey, Trump just exempted electronics.
I've learned a little bit about, because of what's going on, about how it works and like that, and what the percentage is really based on. And it's not based on retail. It's based on claim value.
Yeah.
If something they're selling for $100, but it costs them $10 to make it, they're only going to pay that 125 or 134%, whatever, 234% is only going to be on the $10. So you'll end up spending an extra $15, not another $150. In other words, So.
Right.
And that's if they don't absorb some of the costs, which they will, because they have to stay competitive. So.
Yep. Yep. And that's exactly what I said. And I was talking about Russ from 51 Drones acting like, the drone market's going to be devastated by the tariffs. And I'm like, oh, shut up, Russ. Yeah. And then we were comparing subscribers. I didn't know he had that many. He actually has more subscribers than Ken Heron. Yeah.
What now?
Russ from 51 Drones, he has more subs than Ken Heron. Not by much, but he's got, let's see, Russ has 329K. Yeah, where Ken Heron is 325.
Does he? I thought he lost a whole bunch. Wasn't he down below 200 for a minute there?
Yeah, he did lose a bit in that crash.
Oh, when he got hacked.
Yeah.
Is that when he lost a bunch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he lost a bunch when he went to every other week.
Yeah.
That hurt him.
Okay.
Let me see. Ken Heron. Yeah, 326,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you entertained? Oh, God. Yeah, so I flew that drone. It flies good.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Good news.
I'm only able to get about 7,000 feet away, though, before I got to turn it around, bring it back in my neighborhood. So it doesn't, the 4 doesn't, I don't get any further than I did with the 2.
Okay. Cool.
But it's not just the interference, although it's part of it because it's such a populated area. It's the fact that I've got 100-foot tall trees across the street. So as I get past and go too far away, now the trees are, they're in the way.
Nice one, Don.
You know.
Ooh, that sounds yummy, Don. Yeah.
I'm with you till you got the corn. Don't like corn.
No?
Yeah.
Never
I
liked
could
corn.
take it or leave it. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Not
Yeah,
really? Yeah,
I'm
I just
corn.
can't eat it. My whole family love. Oh, it's sweet as sugar, Billy. What's until little pimples pop? They're like pimples popping all over the place. They love. My family loves it, but never liked them. That and peas. Can't eat peas.
Yeah.
So
Peas?
succotash is right out. Can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the LeSueur peas. Yeah,
Well,
those
I
are
mean,
good.
there's certain peas. I like snow peas. Snow peas.
Yeah,
Peas,
snow
mushrooms,
peas I
green
like.
beans.
Yeah.
That's my side.
Mhm.
Broccoli with that. With you put a little broccoli in there. I'm good.
Yeah. Whole corn or off the cob?
I'm guessing he's niblets.
Yes,
Off the
niblets.
cob.
I like them on the cob or off the cob. Don't matter to me. But yeah, in a couple of weeks we'll be getting our first shipment of sweet corn coming into the supermarket,
Yay.
and that's when I'll buy a bunch and yep, boil them up and
Yep.
have some corn on the cob. Mhm.
Corn is the Deadpool
Corn
of
is-
vegetables. You can
Yeah.
chew it all you want, but its healing factor fixes it before it hits the toilet. Yeah, it's always whole kernels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
No. I could eat cauliflower, but I'm not a fan.
I
can
like
eat
it.
it.
Yeah.
I can eat it. You know.
Yeah. Cauliflower's okay. I don't. It's not that I don't like it.
I can eat it. I could eat
don't eat it.
asparagus as long as it's got toppings. You know, you top it with a tenderloin.
Yeah.
Right.
And a whole bunch of béarnaise
Mhm.
sauce. Yeah, then
Yeah.
it's rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You don't like asparagus soup with cheese and
it's okay.
broccoli? Yeah. Yeah. Broccoli I like.
I love broccoli.
I'll get that once in a while, and yeah.
I like cream,
Make
and
something
as far
with
as
it.
soup, I like a cream of broccoli soup. I like a cream of potato soup. I love it.
Yeah.
Loaded. My wife made me loaded cream of potato soup. And it had bacon in
Mhm.
it and scallions, and it's just all
Mhm.
that. All that.
Yep. So welcome to ArtCo Drones and Cooking.
Yep. Art's cooking show has been reactivated.
Yeah.
Chef Boyarty has been
Chef Boyarty.
has been recycled.
Yep.
So my dad hit the deck, by the way. Fell down in his driveway, hit his head.
Mm.
Spent the night in the hospital.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Mm.
Oh,
He's all right though.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
they apparently they examined his head. There was nothing there. Apparently, you can drop Marines off of bridges and stuff. They don't die. I mean, which is amazing. They kept him overnight. He fell in the driveway because the chair went out. He has these really cheapo plastic chairs, two of them, that sit by the garage. And the one has actually gone out on me before, but look at me. They're not meant for heavier people. But it just he leaned back. He was putting a plate on his new truck because he traded in the Mustang GT that he had for 6 whole weeks. No, he didn't. 5.5 weeks. Anyway, he was putting his Marine plate on the front of it and leaned back in the chair, and it went out, and he hit his head on the concrete. And so they kept him overnight, which is pretty funny, because when he was in his 70s, which isn't that long ago, mid to late 70s, he was riding with the VFW guys they were doing a run, and the guy in the lead, one of the leaders of the lodge, he had a heart attack and died on the bike while they were on the highway.
Mm.
Yeah,
Man.
like they said he must have died immediately. Like it was just a massive heart attack, because he wasn't feeling good. He said he wasn't feeling good a couple of times. And they said we shouldn't go, and he said, nah, and the guy went. And it was a pretty big news story because the guy was involved in politics somehow. But he he went down, hit the barrier, went down. My dad went right over the top of the bike with his bike, and hit the at highway speeds, hit the highway, spinning around like a top. According to the guy in the follow, there was a guy following them in a SUV, and it was which happened to be my dad's best friend, and he saw my dad fly off the bike and just like a spinner. And good thing he was geared up. I mean, he had boots, leather, and a helmet. Because the back of that helmet was all good and scraped. But they sent him home the same fucking day. Who take a 70-something-year-old man drops off a bike at highway speeds, and hey, you look okay. Sends him home the same day. He falls out of a lawn chair.
Yeah.
In his driveway to keep him overnight.
Yeah. Well, you remember what happened to Mitch when he fell off his porch and hit his head, and he was, they were worried they had subdural hematoma, and he had a bandage on his head for quite a while there, and I think the last I heard was a few weeks ago that he had a stroke. So I hope he's okay, because he was a nice guy. I met him at the first drone meetup, the first South Florida drone meetup.
Who?
Yeah, I met Mitch Weiss. Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch. What happened to him?
He lives in. Well, he had a stroke. I heard from somebody. Yeah. He's the guy that changed his channel from old guy on the drone to old guy car. Yeah. And I met Jim Boyd, and that was and I finally met Dan there. He was actually a reasonable person then.
He was walking around with a crown on his head, drinking. He was drinking mead. He had a bottle of mead.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's the kind of guy that wants attention. Hey, everybody, look at me! Look at me! Look at me!
As soon as I met him, he started telling me how he nobody likes him and he doesn't care because he stands out because he tells the truth. I just met you 2 minutes ago there, bro. Relax. But he was perfectly pleasant at the first meetup.
Yeah. And I met Hot Rod there, and Ed loved my drones. Let's see who. Oh, Carlos.
I met this little disabled guy. I think he looked like you. That's when I met you. Met you. Remember, I sat with you for a while. Just have a little talk.
Mm-hmm.
You rented a car all by yourself and pulled up like a big boy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good meetup. I had a big old cooler of beer because I didn't understand. Shouldn't be drinking and flying. That's what Maddie said. He goes, no. Some of the guys are going to be uncool about this because, you can't fly and drink and like that. And he goes, what kind of beer you got? And then he reached right in.
Yeah, you don't see Maddie around too much on YouTube.
He was at the meetup.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yep. Mm-hmm. A lot of folks have kind of dropped off the radar, like Adrian. Well, now he's into guns.
I get notifications for his gun videos every day.
Yeah.
As an occasional one,
too, quite a bit. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Ed might love my drones. He wasn't in very good health back then, so I don't know what's going on with him.
Ed?
He dropped off.
He pops in on Paul's channel occasionally. Wedge and Big.
Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, speaking of Wedge and Big, I went and watched this show last Sunday, and they played one of his videos of this house in
Yeah. I remember you
Illinois.
talking. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, holy shit! My grandparents owned that house,
Really?
which was really weird. And I mentioned that in the comments because they owned that house back in the 30s. The family that owned it were good friends of theirs. And during the Depression, Mr. Hanson, well, sadly, I don't know if he had a heart attack or committed suicide because they lost everything. And they had to sell the house. Otherwise, the bank was going to take it. So my grandfather bought the house, sold their old house, and moved in there. And they owned that place until my grandparents got a divorce. My grandmother got the property, and they owned the place, I think, in the late 40s, early 50s, because the lot right next to them, they sold to my aunt and uncle. And they built a house right after they graduated from college, after they got married. And that was in 47. And so that was interesting. That's too bad about that house. It was a gorgeous house. I got to see some photos of the inside, and it's like, yeah, it was everything my dad described to me. And I'm, the fancy staircase going upstairs, and the big living room, and all the ornate. So I'm glad you find this interesting, Bill.
I'm sorry. All right, I was up early. I worked a long day. Why you gotta bust my chops, man? I couldn't sleep last night.
Why, Bill? Tell us.
I had diarrhea, Artie. Does that make your day?
No.
Well, does that make you happy to hear that?
At least
I had to keep getting up and going to the bathroom every 10 minutes.
Well, changing and.
Oh no, I didn't change.
Well, okay, you just.
I'm not gonna. They cost money. Those things. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't crap my pants.
Well, that's good. That's a good start.
Now you got me giggling. I don't know why.
Because you're enjoying the fact that I have to wear adult diapers. You think it's hysterical. I get it. It's all right. Here's the thing, Artie, as you're laughing at me.
I feel your pain.
I won't always have to wear them.
Well, that's
probably
good.
next month or so I could stop. However, you'll still be funny looking. Best. Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
Last night I couldn't get to sleep at all. No.
I finally slept 8 hours last night. Well, because I didn't have to work today. It's Good Friday. And the plant was closed today, so popped a couple
They
melatonin.
closed it for Good Friday? Really?
Yeah.
Got a lot of Catholics in your town there, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
We even have one Filipina working there.
I mean, it's not like it's a national holiday because it's not.
Yeah.
We even have one Filipina there. And what does that mean?
Well, she's second shift. I get to see her when I'm getting ready to leave. And
get to see? Is it a treat to see this person because they're You're just enamored with the Philippines, boy. I'll tell you.
I am. I love the place, and too bad Billy's wife doesn't want to go back. It's so dangerous there. Only in certain spots. Not like if you stay in Luzon, you'll be okay. just don't hang out in Manila. I mean, that's where the crime is, up in Manila. You know?
No, it's in Mindanao. What are you talking about? You still got Muslim people kidnapping anybody over 5'8".
Well, yeah, if you stick out like a sore thumb, but don't be like that idiot down in what is it, Cebuco, Zamboanga, where I think I'll convert to Islam, and then I'll charge loan shark rates to my neighbors. Yeah, think they might get a little pissed off about that. Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, that guy Elliot Eastman that disappeared last October. He got shot while he was being kidnapped, and they think he likely.
Where is all this happening?
Oh, this is down in just south of where my girlfriend lives.
So the Philippines.
Yeah.
All the crime happens in Manila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they captured the people that kidnapped him, and they think he died when they got him in the boat, and they took off in the boat to where they were going to keep him, and they think he probably bled to death because he got shot in the thigh. And there's Lon. It's off the phone. Just send a link to Ken. He's invited to come on.
That's cool. He just got home.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's wiped out.
Where?
There's from working.
I mean, you said it like everybody knew where he was.
Oh no, I'm sorry. His job runs him up and down the coast.
Oh,
so yeah, he bought that Kia just last year, and I think he's got like 30 or 40,000 miles on it or some shit like that.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Cool. Yeah.
What kind of Kia?
Nah.
Didn't notice.
Soul. He got that super hamster. He got that hamster.
Oh, the hamster.
The hamster mobile. Yeah. Yeah.
Kia,
I teased him about it for weeks.
Good idea.
Yeah. He loves that damn thing though, because he drives that big old Jeep Gladiator with 30s or 32s or 35s on it or whatever, get like 3 miles to the gallon. You know what I mean? So he loves that Kia.
Well, I'm sure it's got a much nicer ride to it too, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lifted and big ass tires. That's a rough ride.
I mentioned this already. My dad sold that Mustang GT already. I told him that yes, they're very cool, very beautiful cars, very powerful, very modern, got all the toys in it and stuff. But Dad, it's this far from the ground. You got to drop down in it, climb back out of it. You're 84 years old. It's got a stiff suspension because they just do, because they're supposedly they're not a sports car, but they're sporty, I guess, whatever, pony car. Mm-hmm. So it's got that stiff. So every little bump you hit, it's like, oh God. On a smooth road, it's beautiful. And I said, you're gonna remember why you keep trading them in a couple of months. Well, I was wrong because it only took them 5.5 weeks. Traded it in
5.5 weeks.
Yeah,
that dealership's got to love your dad, boy.
24, so he got a leftover. He got a good deal on it, I'm sure. But the one you traded in on this Mustang just back in February was a 24. So, yeah, but this.
Oh, he's going back and forth between Mustangs and trucks.
But lately, that's all he's been doing. Yeah, well, no. See, here's how it went. In December of 23, I went with him to that dealership, Mullinex in Kissimmee, where he's a big star. He walks in there, like, hey, we got a sale.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, to pick up my Christmas present, which was for my truck, he bought me a Ford. You step on it. What do you call step
running boards?
Yeah, running boards.
Running board.
So he bought the ridiculously priced Ford ones. Whatever. It's a gift. I'll take it. And we went there to go pick him up because he couldn't pick it up because at the time he had a 9-month-old Genesis G80. Very nice car. Don't get me wrong. Very nice. Well, while we're here, Bill. So by the time we were done, he bought a white F-150. It's like, God, Dad. Now this is December, right? So he had the G80, that F-150. That F-150 was traded in by February for a Mustang GT convertible. Okay. So after the Mustang GT convertible, that made it till June.
Oh.
So in June, he bought a black F-150 XLT 24. He had that for 9 months. That's a keeper in his book, boy. 9 months. Then he traded that in for another Mustang in February. I guess February's Mustang month. He bought another Mustang. This time wasn't a GT. It was just a blue GT. And then that lasted 5.5 weeks, and he just bought another 24 XLT. But this one's really nice. That's what he says to me on the phone. I said, "Oh, it's nicer than the other 24 you just had, a few months ago, a couple months ago." Get the fuck out of here. Oh, but it's red. Oh, it's red. That's what makes it all the difference. The other one was black. I could see. So since December 23, he's had 3 brand new F-150s, XLTs, and he's 2 brand new GTs and a G80. Big shot.
Nice. I figured it out. I know what I'm doing wrong, or I did wrong today. I fired up my camera before I went into Restream. So when I fire up my camera before I go into Restream, it goes through. It comes up as 4K 60 or whatever, 4K 30 on the webcam, and it has just a different color science whatsoever, and it sets all the parameters in auto for that. And then I go on to Restream, and Restream automatically changes it to 720. And it does, and for some reason it wrecks all the settings. I finally figured it out because I've done it once or twice before. Normally I go into Restream first, and then I turn my camera on. But once or twice, whenever I've had this problem, it's because I've fired up the camera first and then went into Restream.
It shouldn't be that hard. This is a 4K webcam I have. It's a webcam though, but it's a Brio, right? Is that what it is, Brio? But it's a 4K camera, and I don't do anything to it. I just turn it on and go.
No, I don't do anything either. But it's just the way it works. This camera is that Brio 4K?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know, but it's set. If I turn it on before I go into Restream, it sets itself for I don't know. But everything's all whack. The exposure's whack. The auto white balance is whack, and it just stays at those settings when I go into Restream, except for it drops down to 720. So I don't know, but it's better now. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
A little dark.
Oh, it's gonna stay there because I ain't messing with it no more. Okay, fine, I'll mess with it. Let's see. I got nothing better to do for the next 40 minutes.
Looks really natural. It looks really good and natural when you get close to it like that.
So that's just a lighting issue. I can just up the lighting. How's that now?
That's exactly right. It's just a lighting issue. Yeah. No, the camera's doing good. You don't have that. I see a shadow along the line, but I'm not getting that amber sepia tone that you get sometimes. It's not happening.
Yeah.
How about this one?
I like the little smile. How about this one? You doing a little Bill Cosby there.
I had a little pudding. A little pudding and GHB or whatever that stuff is.
Yeah.
A little pudding and rape drugs. How about a roofie? A little pudding and some roofies.
The roofie's on fire.
Yeah.
They're still talking about asparagus in the chat all this time.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Bill had
asparagus. Yeah. Cha.
And they're talking about the smell of urine.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
That's all I got to talk about in front of me right now is the smell of urine.
You smell
Sweet.
it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of urine, how about the planet Uranus? Do you know that its atmosphere it smells like farts and cat pee?
So you watched the Y-Files recently, haven't you?
No, this was the gal that does astronomy stuff.
Yeah, that's what they
She got-
guess because it's got methane, as they say in Australia,
methane and
ammonia.
ammonia. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
What an interesting way of putting it. But I'm not sure I'm on board that it smells like cat pee because I'm not sure cat pee represents pure ammonia. I'm sure there's more to it than pure ammonia.
To ammonia.
Because all pee has ammonia in it.
Yep.
So why is it specifically cat pee?
Oh, that's just what the gal said.
I know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's like smells of the universe, what all the planets smell like, based on.
I know, it's just weird, and all farts smell different too. But for the record, they're not all the same.
My farts smell like chocolate cake.
Really?
No,
I still don't want to know. I don't want to be.
Not even.
But no, I'm just saying though, it's not like all farts smell the same. There's not a reference there.
Unless already cooked the cake. No.
Yeah.
They could just call it like, it'd be like saying it smells like roses and vanilla. Those are very specific smells. Cat pee and farts are not specific smells. They can vary. There are great variants there.
Yep.
I'm just messing with it. I don't care, but it's true though. There's a great variance there. That's not a very specific.
Like anything, because I think by the time your body actually recognizes that there's an odor, you're already dead.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just goes back to them believing they know more than they do. Between the medical and the scientific community, sometimes I just look at these people and go, because you'll tell us one thing today, and in 5 years it'll be a totally different story.
Oh, I know.
No, they base their opinions on unknown science. So there's a whole
speculation,
a whole lot of assuming going on there. A whole lot of assuming.
Remember when they thought that cigarettes were good for you?
Oh yeah. I don't remember that though. That was like in the 1930s.
The 30s.
So I don't remember that. No. Do you remember that? Why?
No,
sir,
even as late as the 60s, they were still talking about mentholated cigarettes because they're good for the throat.
Healthier. Yeah.
Then they used to say eggs are bad for you, bacon's bad for you, salt's bad for you. Now they're saying no, eggs are good for you, bacon's good for you.
Sure.
Yeah. And Mark is right, by the way. Art, at the beginning of the show, you mentioned that drones are exempt from the tariffs, and that's not true. The only two companies that are exempt for 90 days is Apple and NVIDIA, as far as I can tell. That doesn't include...
No, he was exempting electronics.
Yeah.
Some electronics.
Yeah, some electronics, a few other things. There might be some components in drones that can get under the radar, Chips.
Yeah, but it won't be the drone entire, though. I mean, the only two companies that I'm aware of is Apple and NVIDIA.
When you're on the phone, that the tariffs are based on the stated value of the shipment, not the retail value. Right. So if a shipment costs $10 a drone or $50 a drone or whatever, not $500 or $1,000 or $15 or $2,000 a drone, they base the tariff on the actual value of the their cost. So if you have a tariff on a $10 item that you're selling for $100, if it's 100% tariff, it's not $100, it's $10. Just so you realize. So yes, prices may go up, because they're going to absorb some of it because you got to stay competitive.
Right.
The only problem we have
competitive with who?
The only problem we have with DJI is competitive with who? Well,
exactly.
Yeah.
They could charge $10,000 for the Mavic 4, and some people would still buy it.
Yeah.
Some people would still buy it.
Yeah, but their whole model is based on volume sales, so they gotta stay in that. I mean, don't except when you get to ridiculous drones that they sell. You know, I mean,
they're still competitive with other companies
like that. Well, they're competitive, right, with other. But as far as the market that most of us are in, they have a volume. People don't realize how cheap these guys really are producing these drones. I mean, maybe they say they do, but they don't know it. They don't know exactly how cheap these drones really are. I mean, think about it. A cell phone, a top of the line cell phone costs way more than a pretty damn good drone. And look at the difference between the two. You know, one's a remote control flying platform that is light. I mean, and one's a phone.
It's like a television studio in the air.
You know, one's a tablet. One's a little tablet you could talk on as a phone. You know what I mean? So the pricing is. We've been fortunate to have a hobby that you can have such incredible, in my opinion, incredible results with video. I mean, clunks like me who don't know shit can put that thing up in the air and have a beautiful video, almost by accident. Yes, that's
look
exactly
at Art.
what I look like, Art. You know.
Yeah.
No, look at Art. He can fly a drone. So
right. You know. So we really have been fortunate to be with the pricing and how it's been. If it's going to have to go up, it's going to have to go up. I mean, do we want it to go up? No, we don't want anything to go up.
I want it to go down. I want the Mavic 4 to be $50. Yeah, I want the Mavic 4 to be $350.
That'd be great.
You know, as far as I'm concerned.
But I'm just,
you know, but reality has to set in at some point. And the advertised pricing, where it was basically going to be maybe $100 more than the Mavic 3 Pro, was ridiculously low in my opinion, based on the specs. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. Like when the Air 2 came out, or the Air 3 came out, and it was basically the same money as the Air 2, you're like, holy crap. You know, the Air 2S, so you're like, holy crap, that's not bad. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not worried.
It's all going to shake. It's all going to shake out within the next year or so. Countries are going to come along. They're going to make better deals for us. We're going to reduce their tariffs and make better deals for them. He's going to do it in which is unheard of speeds, because usually this shit takes years, and it's going to happen in months, and it's amazing. You got to give him credit. I'm telling you. And the problem is they've allowed it to get so bad that it took drastic measures to take it back. You know, and that's it. It's drastic measures. You know, everybody. Yep, you're all paying. And on top, he's charging what, 1/2 of what they're charging us.
Right.
Come on, get over yourselves. Seriously. I understand protectionism, protecting jobs, protecting business, whatever. In your country, I can understand that, but then they took it to another level, then another level, and another level, and another level.
Right. Hey, Mad Props, no, the Mavic 4 Pro is a drone that's coming out. Period. There's no Mavic 4 Classic or Mavic 4, you know, whatever. They might come down with a step down drone.
Yeah, I reckon they'll start with the Pro and then go to the.
Well, I mean, lately they've been bringing out the high end one first, haven't they?
No, they came out with the Air 3 and then they came out with the Air 3S.
Yeah, maybe the Air
but
3S
lately they came out with the Mavic. They came out with the Mavic 3 with 2 lenses, and then they came out with the Mavic Pro with 3 lenses, and then they came out with the Mavic 3 Classic with 1 lens.
Let's welcome.
So they did do it like
the Philippines. It's James.
Hey,
guys.
Magandang umaga.
Yeah.
Hey, I hear that all the crime in the Philippines is in Manila, James. So stay away. Stay out of that city.
I stay away.
Already tuned us in. It's all in Manila.
I stay away from Manila. I stay.
There you go.
Like the plague. It's like a total different country over here from the rest of the country.
Well, your whole country is like a totally different country.
It is. It really is. Because it really is. Oh, Bill. I don't think I've talked with you since you came back from your surgery. How you doing, man?
Lon, can I talk about it?
Hold on a second. Let me hit with the drone thing real quick. Hey, Mad Props. It's a 4/3 main sensor. The 3 is 1/1/3, and then the tele is 1/1/1.5.
Oh no!
Oh, James is here. All right, I'm out of here.
And it's 100. It's 100. Well, it's a 25 quad bear. It's a 20 megapixel. No, 50 megapixel. 1/1/3 for the tele, and then it's a 48 megapixel, or it might be vice versa. But both the teles are around 50. The 3 times is 50, and the 7 times is 50. Around 50, okay. And then the main is 25 with a quad bear layer to make it 100.
100.
Okay, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So there you have it. There's the sensor sizes for the Mavic 4 Pro.
I'm doing okay, James. Everything is fine. Everything is healing.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I was concerned.
I got some ugly scars. You want to see them?
Well, you want? I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Yeah,
I
he just
think
had
they've all got
hernia.
scars.
I just had the hernia surgery.
Did you?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, it was done. The surgery was on February 5.
Ah,
What did they do? Where was the hernia?
Yeah.
Around your belly button?
It was it's called inguinal.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
It's
my
a
God.
canal that goes from one area down to another area, but it's that canal area. And it looks like I have a C-section, but a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hernia thing fixed too, but it was around my belly button. It was starting to bulge out, like it was broken
Yeah.
through.
Well, I didn't get the bulge. My dad had a hernia back in the 70s. I think it was in the 70s. But I remember he had the bulge. But I had a lot of pain, and they went inside there. They did the CT scan and all the tests and everything like that. And they're like, yeah, you got a hernia. And,
Well, they put that mesh in for me. You know what I mean?
They put a mesh.
Yeah.
They did. That's what they
That's
did.
probably not a hiatus hernia because I did that.
ah,
I've done the hiatus hernia in the mesh.
I said to myself when I was younger, I was like, and I always listen to old men, my grandfather, and everybody talking about all these ailments that they have, and I'm like, oh. And now I'm one of them. I'm talking about
yeah. There you.
But that's okay because I think most of the people here are our
Hey!
age, so we can do that. We can do that.
Somebody waved from behind you.
Oh,
That's Ness.
I know it's nice.
Can you show your
This
face?
is Helen.
Usually
She already
she says-
did.
usually-
She waved.
usually
She went
she's-
fine.
Usually she says, "Oh, I need to put my face on."
Hi, Ness.
Hello.
There you go. Now you know what your camera looks much prettier now. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Your camera just improved, just like that.
Ness is like, usually, you got the camera on. Oh, let me go put my face on. I'm like, well,
How's she
I like
doing?
her, but-
Everything okay with her?
Yeah, she's doing good. Well, I don't know if Art mentioned it, but we just came back from Hawaii a couple of weeks ago. We went over to visit the grandkids and the kids and the grandkids, and she got really sick while she was over there. Our grandbaby, the 7-month-old, she had some kind of a bad cold with a fever, and Ness stayed home and took care of her while I went on to Big Island, Hawaii, with some of our other family. And I think when she stayed home and took care of the baby, she caught whatever the baby had. She got really sick there. Then she came back here, and she was like really sick for over a week. And I took her down to the hospital, and they gave her medication, but she's doing a lot better now.
It shows what a manly
Thanks for
man
asking.
you are. You're a manly man. So you went out and enjoyed Hawaii. Ness, stay home and take care of the baby.
She stayed in Honolulu, right at Waikiki. I went to the Big Island. I was at the volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the Big Island though. The Big Island.
I did. It's a big island with not so big amount of people there. I can't
Right.
believe
Yeah.
Right, it's beautiful.
It's so unpopulated. It was crazy.
There's a state park there, Boiling Pot State Park. When I was in Hilo, it's outside of Hilo. I went there. Just it's free. All this stuff is free. Beautiful parks, waterfalls.
Well,
There's
Hilo's beautiful.
Yeah, Hilo's nice.
The whole island. If you anywhere, we drove almost 360 degrees. We didn't go in the very upper northwest side, but we went all the way up to Kona, and then worked our way back again, all the way back to Hilo.
Right.
I like Kona.
Nice.
Kona's
was
got a great place to eat. It wasn't that expensive. comparatively.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't find any place that wasn't inexpensive to eat on.
I'm comparing it to the rest of Hawaii. I just call the Big Island was less than Maui. The Big Island was less than sections of Oahu. I mean, I worked on a cruise ship, so I got to spend time on Maui, Kauai, Oahu, and the Big Island. We did the 4 islands when we went around, and at the time, now this is a long time ago. Don't forget, but Kauai was a bargain. It just was.
Well, there are no bargains. There are no bargains there anymore. Not from what I saw. We're doing. By the way,
you live in the Philippines. Everything costs 15 cents there.
I know. We're actually doing a series on that right now, and I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Andrew.
Yeah, we got Brenda, Slimstar, and Randy, Mad Props, Andrew, which is Andrew, and Michael is Cool Cat, and we got Jim. Yes.
Well, we're doing a. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Art. Go ahead. Saying hi to everybody. Go ahead.
Right. Well, go ahead. Tell us about your series on how much it costs to live in the Philippines,
or how little it costs to live.
Yes.
That's actually what the point that I'm trying to get across. But it was a shocker. It was a price shocker when I went to Hawaii this time, because we went to Hawaii like 2 years ago, and we stayed at the Helikoa, the military resort in Waikiki, and we stayed there again. We stayed there for a few days, and then we flew over to the Big Island. But I was, when you're with your family, you bring all your family. You sit down at the restaurant.
Was that kind of a shocker?
It was. But the thing is, every time we had dinner, we had a decent place. I mean, not McDonald's or anything like that. It's like probably, what was it, like six of us adults, 2 kids, and a 7-month-old baby. It was always, every time we sat down, any meal was like between $250 and $350 per meal. Wow. Every time we had a meal. It was
six
insane.
Of you.
I kept for the 6 of us adults, our 2 children, their spouses, and our 3 grandchildren. Up to $350 every time we had a meal.
Well, how many people again?
6 adults, 2 children under 12, and 1 7-month-old.
That's so 9 people.
That's cheap.
Well, you're. I mean, 6 adults and kids. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to say.
It's like $35 a person. I know they're kids, but they're people. They got to eat.
I can have
the 7-month-old's not going to eat a lot.
I can have 60 people and bring them to Lipa Grill here, and they do nice, all Filipino food, and I'll pay the same amount of money for 60 people that I'll pay for 6 adults and 3 kids in Hawaii. That's about what it costs. It's about $350 for about 60 people at Lipa Grill.
Well, you could probably feed 20 people on that in Mexico too, but then you're in Mexico.
Yeah.
Now, so you're in Mexico,
But what I'm saying, one of the things that I'm saying is when I do this cost of living series, it's not just for the Philippines. What I do is I throw out what we're paying in the Philippines, but I ask people to also give me input on what they're paying in different parts of the world as well. But I've yet to find from the people, because most of the places are places like Germany, Norway, Canada, Japan. So most of the people, everybody's basically said no, they can't beat the prices here in the Philippines. But
so I created this webpage in my hotel room in Hawaii on a compact Armada. Back in I think it had a Windows 98 on it. This was when I went to go on the cruise ship. I
think it could use more animated GIFs. Just the one little.
Yeah, you like that? I made that animated GIF. As a matter.
Oh, that little fish, that little orca. I didn't notice it at first.
Yeah. But anyway, Bill's Hawaiian Adventure page. That was the ship, the Patriot. And we did the 7-day cruiser on Hawaiian Islands. I was on that ship for 12 weeks. And here, you got Anchor Cove, and that's where we docked there. There's Kauai High, ranked in the top 10 beaches in the world. Blah blah blah. That was on the Big Island, by the way. This is Maui here, and then let me see, Boiling Pot State Park in Hilo, Hawaii. Here's a group of us that went to Boiling Pots, and they call it Boiling Pots because I don't know if you can see this picture very well, but lava tubes. Yeah. It seems it looks like it looks like it's boiling.
Yeah, we did lava tubes on the
the Big Island. You could jump 20-something feet into that tube there, and there's see the waterfall in the background there. Well, if you get in here and you swim that way, you can actually swim over to that, which I did because I wasn't 60-something years old and tremendous. There's some of the people that were on the ship, some of my crewmates. Yeah, I jumped in the water, swam here, and then we made it to this guy. That was the waterfall in the background. You can see how small that person is there, right? Right there, that little speck is a full-size human being. And let me see. Are you even seeing that? Hold on. No, you're not. You're not.
That kind of froze up.
No, you know what it did? It popped into a new window, so you guys aren't seeing it.
Yeah, when you click on it, it goes to a new window. Yep.
Right.
I just see two half-naked guys on the screen.
Well, I could share that, I guess. Let's. Hold on.
Well, at any rate, I mean, yeah, the Philippines is cheaper, but what's the average income in the Philippines?
It's pretty low, yeah. But that's
so
that's the point that I like to bring up from time to time.
Now, just so you guys are aware, I took these pictures with a disposable camera. Back in the day, they used to have real film.
I know.
Disposable cameras.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd walk to the Piggly Wiggly, whatever grocery store it was, in Honolulu when we docked at the end of the cruise, and walked down, dropped the film off, picked up the ones from last week, and that's what I did. And I had them, and they gave them to me on floppy disk.
I still have some of those.
You can't really see. So do I. You can't really see. I
see there's people down there.
Yeah, right there.
That's so
it's a nice waterfall. Yeah. So anyway,
remember those picture discs they used to give out?
A lot to do there
picture
for free.
Discs? Remember picture discs? I still got one somewhere. I should go grab it. It's a negatives, but it's in a circular disc.
Oh yeah, you have the little thing that would advance.
Well, no, when you got your film done, they would give you a picture disc.
No, the picture disc was like a CD. You're thinking of the what were those?
Well, I had the disc camera too.
Where you look through the light.
Oh my God! What the name of that?
What were those called? Viewmasters.
Viewmasters.
Yeah,
I had one of those too.
What?
I remember that. Yep.
So, James, did you get your drone back?
I could have gotten those pictures on CD and higher quality, but I didn't want to spend the money.
So the story on the drone. It's the drone is there's no problem with the Air 2S. It's the controller. It's that smart controller. And what I did was I contacted the company. It's the DJI Authorized Repair Center up in Manila. And I contacted them, and they said I could drop it off up there, and they could see what they could do. Because it's not fixed. The Wi-Fi doesn't come on. It doesn't recognize the Wi-Fi hardware.
Oh.
And I did the upgrade of the firmware. I wiped everything out, went to factory. I did everything I possibly could, but I can't. So I can't use it. I can only use it for flying like within about 50 feet of where I stand. So what I did was just to validate that everything was working fine. I took the original control, the little small one that you put your phone or your smart device on there. So I tried that one. I was able to log on to the DJI site, and it let me fly as far as I wanted to go. But the control is bad. So I contacted the Manila guy. for DJI up there, and he said, bring it in. We'll take a look at it, and if we can't fix it here, then you have to pay for the shipping costs for it to go over to Singapore or wherever it is over in Asia, and it will go over there for the repair with it. But they didn't tell me if I'm responsible for any cost for that.
So I want my props. I just want you to know that when I made that website, and I'll stop talking about my stupid Hawaiian adventure after this, but when I did that at that hotel room, waiting for I had 3 or 4 days to kill before I got on the ship for 12 weeks. I did that in that hotel room with a text editor with like basically Notepad and built that website. Just so you know how incredibly talented I am.
You are amazing.
I mean, you can make fun of that website all you want, but I did that
We're not worthy.
on a crappy little compact Armada with you remember, I don't know if you remember them. They actually had the battery in and they had another battery in the handle, and they had like 3 batteries. They were battery-rific. They weighed a ton and had that soft screen. You could touch it and it would flex, whatever. It worked. Got it to work.
Cool.
Dial-up was a wonderful thing back then.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and if you want to save money in hotel rooms and like that, I could have given you some tips. The place I stayed at was so reasonable.
Well, we actually stayed at a military resort, which was about 5 minutes walking away from Kilauea, where everything drops down right over there. We stayed at what was the name of Kilauea Military Campground is what it was, and it was actually used as like a POW holding center for something during World War II. And
Japanese nationals.
But it's very Japanese nationals. Yeah,
very Japanese nationals.
It's a nice. If you get a chance to watch the video, it shows you what the facilities.
I stayed like a 5-minute walk from Waikiki Beach, right there by the Sheraton, the famous Sheraton.
Halekoa was right on the beach. It's on the beach. That's where we stayed at when we were in Honolulu, and then for the campgrounds because it was right there at Kilauea. So, and it was ironic. It was kind of sad, kind of ironic. Is Kilauea, the lava was flowing the day before we got there. It was a big thing inside the news and everything like that. And then we flew in. It stopped. We were there for like 4 days, and the lava flow didn't flow for 4 days. Then while we were there, the last day, there were warnings. They have these alerts that go out that they were talking about. Within the next 24 hours, they're expecting another lava flow and everything like that. Well, it didn't flow while we were there, but as soon as we got back to Honolulu, big news again. Oh, the lava is flowing again.
Oh, I got to see the lava flowing because they actually, because it was flowing, they brought the ship into the bay or whatever it's called, and we actually. I was on the fantail watching the lava flow down the side of the mountain. That was kind of cool. The fantail is where the crew all goes, when they're not working. They sit back there.
Well, all along the south side of the Big Island, because that's all the lava flow goes from the lava fields and goes all the way out to the sea. It's amazing driving all over the landscape out there, and it's just rock lava fields everywhere in that area. It's like I'm wondering how often they have to replace the road because the roads look brand new. Well, they probably were brand new because they probably had to cut through the lava fields to be able to get the roads all staying in.
They got the money.
Yeah. But it was a good experience. I enjoyed it. I was glad to get back home now. It was real nice to get back here to the
cool.
But the drone, I'm going to have to drive up to Manila and bring the controller there and let them take a look at that. But I have to do a combined. We had a lightning strike here, or not a lightning strike. We had a transformer blow. About 2 weeks ago, after we got back, and it blew the electronics in one of my Bose front of house PA systems that we have up for the band stage in the basement.
Right.
So I got to bring it up to. So I got to go to 2 authorized service and DJI and the Bose authorized service in Manila. So I'll make a day trip out of that.
Cool.
Like I said, they got the money to fix stuff like that. There's so much money that comes into that state every, through. I mean, it's kind of like Florida. How we're talking about why is there no state income tax here? Oh, because they got plenty of money coming in from outside.
Tourism, yeah.
From all over tourism. And in fact, I was amazed. I had nothing to do. Again, I was by myself for 4 days, and I took a walk. Well, first of all, I went to a luau, because you got to. It was 35.
We did both times. We did both
35
times.
bucks. It was back then. It was $35. And it included the
$35
bus.
bucks now.
No, it was $35, and that included the bus ride to the and they entertained you too. There was somebody at the front of the bus talking, making jokes, getting you all into it, teaching you about Ohana, family and all that stuff, and hang loose.
We all saw Lilo and Stitch. Yeah,
it was great. But I was walking on the street at night when there was nobody around. It was late. I had nothing to do, and here they are, steam cleaning the frickin' sidewalks. In Waikiki Beach, they come out with steamers and literally just clean the sidewalks every day. It's like Disney World.
Yeah. Hey Don, you came on a while ago. You haven't said a word. What's up?
Nothing. I was just waiting until I had a chance to get a word in.
Since when?
Did you guys see what I threw away today?
Oh, Phantom 4.
Oh,
Phantom 1, the original Phantom.
Oh, I got the.
Phantom 1.
I got the 4.
Oh,
yeah, that's the
Why'd you
original.
throw it away?
Because
Taking up space.
I thought, okay, well, it was at work and they were going to throw it in recycling. I could have claimed it, and it's the first drone I ever flew. It's the one where you just stuck the GoPro on the bottom of it and hope for the best once it got in the air. And hope that you can control it because the damn thing drifted like a maniac. Right. And I thought, I'm going to have to buy new batteries for it just to get it to work.
Yeah.
And the only reason to get it, and then I'd have to register if I wanted to fly it legally. And the only reason I would be getting it is so that if I ever met up with anybody who flew drones, I could pull it out and get 5 seconds of attention. And it's like... I'm not gonna keep it just so I can get a couple minutes of attention from some future stranger.
You could have done some artsy fartsy thing with it, though.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Make some kind of display,
It could have just rolled on the shelf.
I
got my AR drone. I got my parent AR drone.
I've got too much crap in this house.
Hang it on a string from the ceiling like everybody does with the airplanes.
Yeah. I got too much crap in this house. I don't have room for. It's still in the recycle box. I can run back over. I can run back over and get it right now. But
I could see you hanging it from the ceiling with the NCC 1701 USS Enterprise.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask. So is that a Star Wars?
No, Star Trek, you silly bastard. And then hang them from the ceiling, shooting at each other like they're in some kind of fight. I could just see it. I just imagining it now.
Okay.
A little laser light show in one of your rooms.
For who to see? Me?
Or they actually made, ST's Rockets actually made an Enterprise rocket. It was the Enterprise, but they abortioned it. I mean, they actually, right through the saucer section, there's a tube, and it's a rocket. And basically the Enterprise is the fins, and... but
I will show you.
You could have turned that thing into a rocket.
Today, I got 2 Cine lenses, 2 Canon Cine lenses, a 35 and a 50. I got a 600 millimeter Tamron lens, and I got a Lao probe lens for $270 for all of it.
That's pretty good. What do you got? A Canon C60? What do you have?
I've got a C300.
Okay.
Yeah, these lenses are like $3,000.
So disappointed. Oh, okay.
No, I mean, he's got Cine lenses though. I mean, yeah.
And
nothing.
And the C300. You're saying
what about like you're throwing dirt on your camera? I don't know.
No, I'm not.
Shoots 4K RAW. We're good.
No, I was just saying. C300. That's good.
You bastard! I just peed myself.
But yeah, that and that. I'm really excited about that. What was it? It was a Tamron 600 millimeter telephoto.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's
Oh,
600.
that one. Yeah.
Is that still the Canon mount, or is that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. What about the probe lens? Still Canon?
Yep.
Oh, whoa. Those probe lenses are cool if you can get artsy with it.
Yeah, they're very
Niche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niche.
There are. I think when we had it, I think I used it on 2 commercial shoots total.
Mm-hmm.
eBay, it is, I guess. No.
No, from work. I would assume you got it from work, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he's wanting. He says eBay it is, I guess. Do you intend to keep them? So I think he's asking if I'm going to send them on eBay or keep them, and I think I'm going to keep them.
I wouldn't go eBay. I'd go to Adorama or something like that first.
Yeah.
If I'm going
to get rid of that. And the thing is, I can keep them for a while and decide if I want to keep them if the glass holds its value. So.
Have you looked through them already? Made sure everything's copacetic?
Yeah, these were the lenses that were brand new. I know every second that these things have been used.
Okay, cool.
So
it's an inside job, fellas.
I was a producer.
Oh no, boss, we don't need these lenses anymore. Oh well, I guess I'll take them off our hands.
It was put your name next to it if you want it, and it's open for bids. And then I was the only person. There was 2 people that bid on those lenses.
Where'd they start? At 0, or did you start at 100?
Started. I put down, and I thought, I don't know if I'm going to use these lenses, so I put down $260 a piece.
Oh.
And the other person put down almost nothing. I think 100 a piece. It's like, well.
So wait a minute. Did you pay $270 a piece, or did you pay
$270 total? $270 total because they basically said, yeah, the other bid was low, so we just put you a little bit above the lower bid.
That's fair.
Cool.
I still was embarrassed about the amount that I was going to pay.
I'm not embarrassed. They can give me for $1, as far as I'm concerned. Take them off your hands for $10.
Well, that was the price for those 2. The Tamron was free.
Look at that puppy.
Oh,
Don, just sell the probe lens and recoup your investment, because you're going to use that probe lens as an individual almost never.
Yeah, I might use it. Actually, I might use it more than.
You're going to try to use it. Is what? Well, normally when it goes with probe lenses,
I might use it as an individual. As an individual, I might use the probe lens more than I use these Cine lenses.
I don't know those primes though, baby.
Yeah. Those 2 go with the 14 millimeter that they gave me as part of my severance a couple years ago. So I've got a 14, a 35, and a 50.
You should go do real estate in mansions.
The problem is that those take so much time and effort to do setup with, and that is when you're really working, and it's far better to do that when you're working with a team.
Plus, you're gonna have a hard time getting a stabilizer to work with it. I think the Ronin. Nope. Wait a minute. It might be too heavy.
Hold on just a second.
You got the Fane crane, don't you? You got the big crane. He's got the big crane. Watch.
Okay. Well, Don is gone and Ub is gone. I have a question for you, Art.
Yeah.
You're doing. I noticed you're doing a different streaming. What is this?
I forgot to mention. I got a Ronin 1 as well for free.
Too late.
Right.
James, I changed because Restream up their price quite a bit, and I thought, I'm gonna
StreamYard. You had StreamYard before.
Yeah, StreamYard.
StreamYard. So you went Restream.
It's the same company. It was
no, different
2
company.
different ones.
Yeah.
So what was the reason? Pricing? You said pricing?
Pricing. Yeah, they jacked the price up quite a bit
On StreamYard.
Yes.
Yep. That's correct, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Are you staying on, Art? Or are you bailing before Don goes through all the trouble of unpacking that thing to show everybody?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm unpacking it to see if these batteries take a charge. This is the Ronin 1, first Ronin, and so
That's a balancing nightmare.
it is. It's a bit of work to set up, but it's a bit of work to set up, but
yeah. The good news is you can mark your spots for your different lenses, and then it's slow. It makes it a lot quicker. That's what I had to do. You just have to take a permanent marker and just mark where it balances for all the lenses.
Yeah,
your main lenses anyway.
The question is, and this I would.
And it doesn't lock like the new ones do, and there's all kinds of cute shit.
I would never. Yeah, I would never use the 50 on this. The 35 is probably. I might go with the 35, but the 14 I would use on this, or I would go to one of my lighter lenses.
Yeah, you're gonna need counterweights if you try to do the bigger lenses.
But first, I need to see if these batteries even charge.
Yeah, you can still buy them.
Oh yeah.
Is that the handle battery or the WD battery? I can't remember. Is that battery handle where the battery is the handle, or is it the separate battery like the one that goes in the monitors?
It's just separate.
The handle, okay. Oh wait a minute, is it?
No, this is a separate battery. Where does that go?
I'm trying to remember. Handle, is that correct?
It's been a while. I have not set this up in forever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let us know.
So I'm gonna have to. No, this. Yeah, that's right. This. You got your hand. You got your handle. You got your T handle and your top handle, and down the back part of the gimbal, where it drops down for the camera, it snaps on back there.
Gotcha. I was just curious because it felt like the Ronin 1, they shared the battery with the Crystal Sky.
It snaps on back on the vertical back there.
Gotcha. I was just curious if it's the same battery as the Crystal Sky. If it is, I'll send you a charger if you want it. Probably like 3 of the batteries.
But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff that I just couldn't stand to see donated to a local high school.
Yeah, screw those high school kids.
Yeah,
bastards.
No, this would be more detriment. This Ronin, tell me that wouldn't be more detrimental to a high schooler than anything else.
It takes a lot of dedication to set up a Ronin. The first Ronin.
When they'll probably be shooting the same as if they just grab a friggin'
selfie stick, tripod,
monopod. What is it? The
cell phone,
DJI.
Action camera. Osmo.
Osmo. Yeah.
Osmo. I could not think of the.
You mean like one of these?
Osmo. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of those somewhere.
Yeah, I got too many of them.
I still got the which one? It was the last one before. I think it was the 3 where you still have to clamp it and balance it a little bit. It didn't magnet in.
2.
Did the 3 come with the magnet?
I can't remember. Maybe the 4s where they started with the magnets. I can go look because I got every last one of them.
I think it was the 4 that started the magnet, and I got the one generation before that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But
the first one was a pain in the ass.
Mind.
Hey, Art. Did you 3D print something?
I don't have a 3D print. I got this from Johnny with the hat that I won.
So which one do you apply the lube to?
No, only you would know, Don.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Does it come with a suction cup to stick it to your chair?
Yeah.
Too bad. You know it goes in upside down too, right? You can go tip to tip.
That too, yeah.
Giggity.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And
you
then put it in tip. No, the other way. Other way.
Tip to tip.
Other way. Tip to tip. Pointy to
Pointy
pointy.
to pointy.
Does it go that way?
That's right. You could do that as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if that's impressive, but you know, it's something.
Kinda cool.
It's something anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a feat of modern engineering or whatever, but it's kind of cool. That goes either way.
Cool cat. A probe lens is a long lens, very, very thin. It's 24 millimeter, but basically it's great for doing food shots. That's what I always used it for. If I was shooting a restaurant and you get down right on the food and go in it, and that's when you get those shots in commercials where like the food looks like it's as big as a mountain. It's great for those kind of shots.
Yeah, and it's good for going through things. Like you're trying to you can like run it through something and then back it out and do like a reveal shot. Those are cool.
Mark, somebody bid on the Phantom 4 Pro. They asked if I wanted to bid on it, and you know, after I've flown the Air 3S, I was like, no, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Air 3S outflies it every single day of the week. The only thing it doesn't have is that mechanical shutter, and I can live without it. Man, Air 3S is a beautifully flying drone.
Yeah,
it flies so much better.
Oh yeah.
My Phantom 4 Pro is it's not working. So,
I love the Phantom 4. I put a lot of time on it.
Well, that's how we did all our videos from the house.
Yep, I remember that back in the day, back when you just started building the house.
After flying the Air 3S, the Phantom 4 is not as responsive.
I got the Air 2S, but is it worth going from the Air 2S to the Air 3S?
Probably not.
You don't think so? If you fly a lot, it is. If you only fly occasionally, maybe not.
Yeah. Insects. I had at one time, I used to raise a ton of Venus flytraps, and I had like thousands of these Venus flytraps. I accidentally killed all of them off except for 7. But I used to have them out on my back deck, and I had a shot with the probe lens going through the Venus flytraps, and it just looked like they were man-eating size flytraps. It was kind of neat. But it'd be really cool to shoot something like that.
How long is the lens physically? Like 6 inches, 10 inches?
The probe?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah, some of them get pretty long, actually. Probe lenses are cool, but they're so nichey. If I was him, I'd get a hold of Adorama or somebody and sell it off for $200-300, and he'd basically recoup his investment, and then he'd have all those other lenses for free. You get the box and everything. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. You can get top dollar for that bad boy. Top nickel. You can get top nickel for that bad boy. You got the box and everything. You got the box for it.
For the Tamron or the Laowa?
Never mind. The probe lens. I thought you had the box and everything. You got a case.
I've got the case for it.
I thought you had the retail box. I'm like, Jesus.
Here it is.
Yeah, look at that thing. What's that? 2 feet, 18 inches?
A little over a foot, maybe 18 inches.
Jeez.
Has the LED light up front.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
But I don't like using
that.
I don't like using the LED most of the time. It is interesting, but you know, I would rather.
Harsh.
Well, it is, and it's like very localized, and so like for food shots and stuff, it means you're just looking at a little tiny bit, and it doesn't like. I like to actually just throw a ton of light at the food. And
he's got a probe lens. We could give you a quick orthoscopic. Probe
I could.
There. Yeah, at least 18 inches in there anyway. Can't get all the way in, but see what you've been into lately.
Look for that corn that you're missing.
Oh, well,
I got it there.
Yeah, look at that beast right there,
that's
son.
A lens.
Yeah. Who's your daddy?
That's
Yeah, that's 600.
That's what I can't wait to get out and play with.
And that's what, the Tamron?
That's a Tamarin, yeah.
Is that? Do they have autofocus? I can't remember. Do they autofocus with Canon?
Yes.
Cool. That's something.
Yeah, that one. I'm wanting to get down next winter when they have a bald eagle days down in what town? It's Stella, Missouri, and they've got like a bunch of nesting eagles down there, and I think it'd be kind of neat to go down there and get some shots of some eagles.
Cool.
Well, yeah, there you go.
But maybe not. Eagles are basically buzzards with a better press agent.
Yeah.
Oh man, get your ticket. Go buy your ticket and leave the country right now.
What?
Go ahead and buy your damn ticket.
You ever watch eagles hang out?
You hate apple pie too, don't you, Don? You hate apple pie. Just say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. And you don't watch baseball.
I don't watch baseball and pumpkin pie.
You hate apple pie.
Pumpkin pie is better.
Pack your bags. You're excommunicated. Excommunicado. Yeah. You're out of here. Pack your bags, buddy.
Would one describe the probe lens as a type of macro lens? Yes. It focuses very, very tight. The problem is it's also a very wide lens. It's equivalent of like a 24 millimeter, I believe, as far as field of view.
It has its uses, but they're very niche.
Oh, yeah.
You use it about 5 times, you'll get tired of it, in my opinion.
Maybe.
Unless you do a lot of modeling. If you do a lot of modeling, it's your lens. If you do a lot of modeling or that model railroad bullshit, oh my God, that probe lens would be your thing. You'd have it out every day doing cute little. There goes a railroad by. Toot toot.
I think I'm going to just see if I can't find shoot like nipples, but make them look like they're the Devil's Tower.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just do really tight shots.
Do you have this girl's phone number? Oh
yeah.
Oh, I was talking about mine.
Oh, yeah, that's okay then. Playtex Nursers under that shirt, huh? Thanks. Thanks for that visual.
Look at that. See it?
Oh, man.
Woo!
Okay.
Just talking about it, man. Devil's Tower is rising
up. Video
up.
again, Bill.
Yeah.
I need to get that visual wiped away.
Yeah.
Oh, is this that bouncer that you guys were showing earlier?
Yeah. What was the name of that girl?
Spicy Katie or something like that. I forget.
Spicy Katie.
I tripped over. It's something like that. I tripped over. She's got a pretty big following. I wonder why. She's so talented.
Yeah, I don't. And it's a lot of hard work. But I got 2,000 followers in like 5 days, and I don't know why everybody says YouTube is so hard.
It's like those lingerie girls. Remember how Sunday knows the bill? Those girls their channels were like a month old, and they had like 500,000 subscribers.
All it takes is dedication and really hard work.
And believing in yourself. Self-belief is so important.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if my fam knows this, but I also write poetry on Instagram, and I've got a book coming out.
Yeah. Is it a picture book? I'm buying.
No, it's a poetry book about when I was raped. Insta shit poetry. If you follow down the rabbit hole of poetry on Instagram, or is it Instagram? What is it? I think it's Instagram. It's like, oh my God, these girls, they do okay until they realize sexual abuse gets attention, and then all their poems turn about sexual abuse.
And oh my God, he looked at me cross-eyed. It was the day I died.
Oh no.
I cried and cried.
You're way too straightforward. Your poetry sucks. You need imagery, buddy.
Okay. Ugh. Bah. Bah. So,
by the way, Mary Burke has 1.96 followers. Yeah. on YouTube.
Million? Are you trying to say she has just under 2 million?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure. Well,
Yeah.
sure.
You know, she works really hard at her job.
Yeah, she does.
She's consistent,
works on that
though. Now, hold
car.
on now.
She is consistent.
She knows how to cut wood.
No, I would not hire her.
Wood.
I would not hire her to do yard work.
Well, she does know how to mow the
Produce
yard
Yeah,
and plow the field.
I don't think she knows how. I think she knows how to pose.
Yeah. Well, she does know about hoes too, and how to use them.
Well, she's a realist, and she's a realist that is understood what her assets are and has maximized their use.
I don't really begrudge.
She has.
I don't really begrudge these girls what they got. Nope. And Mary Bird, as saggy as she is to keep that kind of subscriptions, wow. There's so much better looking on if you wanted to find online.
Well, the girl I just shared with them, she's 10 times better looking than Mary Bird. It's not even funny. It's not even close. She's not even what? It's not even the same universe.
But still, she's better looking than I am.
Almost done.
Well, better looking than I am, and that's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not hard.
No. but whatever, man. I don't begrudge these girls. Period.
Dominic, have you thought? Because this will go back to me shooting pictures of nipples. Have you thought about putting a piece of chewing gum on top of your head?
Oh shit.
James is like, oh God, what the hell did I walk into?
I know he hasn't said a word in like a half an hour.
It was so wholesome.
John, we've been on for an extra 18 minutes so far.
Twice.
Yeah, we're in extra time.
We're in overtime now, only because James is here.
Yeah, well,
and he's not even talking.
And it's Easter weekend.
And Easter weekend, yeah.
Extra time. Holy Week here. It was Holy.
Do you guys know why we decorate Easter eggs for Easter?
Why do we decorate Easter eggs for Easter?
To make them look like jelly beans, because jelly beans are Easter too. And you see, Jesus likes jelly beans, but he can't hold them because they fall through the little holes in his hand. So we have the eggs because they don't slip through, and that way Jesus can have fun too.
You're going to hell for that.
For that?
Oh, Jesus pieces.
Hey, I didn't put the holes there.
At any rate, actually, I'm curious as to why we decorate eggs for Easter. There's usually some kind of pagan reason behind almost all these
fertility.
rituals.
Yeah.
There's usually some kind of pagan thing. Well,
Easter is.
And why is it Good Friday? It wasn't good for Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
It's good for everyone else.
And the other 12 guys, well, they're all saying, "Oh shit, I'm glad it wasn't me."
Yeah.
James, you say I'm going to hell for that joke, but here's the thing. Last Easter, I threw a Pontius Pilate Easter party. I think I nailed it.
You're digging it deeper.
But that's also pretty similar to Jesus Christ walks up to the Hilton in Jerusalem, walks up to the receptionist and puts 3 nails on the counter and says, "Can you put me up for the night?"
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an oldie.
That joke was told in The Crow.
That joke, I know. That joke was back in the day when the Dead Sea was only sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I stole it from
Peter used to tell that joke.
Oh. Back then, if they wanted water, they banged 2 hydrogen atoms together.
Yeah.
Decorating eggs for Easter is a tradition rooted in both pagan and Christian symbolism, with eggs representing new life, rebirth, and the resurrection of Jesus.
Okay.
The practice of dyeing and decorating eggs dates back centuries, possibly originating with the early Christians in Mesopotamia, who stained eggs red to symbolize the blood of Christ.
Right.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Well, there you go.
There
Like
you
I
go.
said, the Christian church had to go way out of their way to try to incorporate pagan rituals to
Well,
get
no, I
those
don't know that it
people
was.
into the Christian religion.
They said that the pagans did it too, but it sounds like it's Christian. Because, like it says here, just as Jesus rose from the tomb, the egg symbolizes new life emerging from the eggshell. And then it's the Orthodox tradition are the ones that painted the eggs red to represent.
I thought they were shellfish.
Art, before you close out, I just wanted to ask the question. I got a new toy downstairs in the basement.
Giggity.
You had to remember
Don't
when
forget
you
to feed it.
you had the FPV DJI the goggles and everything like that. I didn't. It's not drone, but it's VR. I finally took a step into VR. I don't know if anybody else gets into the VR, but I bought the MetaQuest 3. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the that.
Yeah.
It's VR, virtual reality, and I stayed away from that technology because I didn't think it was there, and I didn't really want to get engaged in early technology on that. But I think nowadays they're there with that technology, and I actually enjoy it a lot for the concerts. They do these 180 and 360 degree concerts that you can go to, performances, and they're amazing because you're like on the stage with the performers. But the games are actually kind of cool. I've never been a real gaming kind of person, but a friend came over and he said, "I want you to try this." He had the Quest 2. And it was a golfing, a putt-putt golfing game and all on there. And it was incredible. So I went ahead and got the 3. But if anybody has, because you can create an avatar and you can have other people join you in these games. And even though you're around the world, you can actually participate, like on the golf course. They have one called, I think it's Golf Plus or something like that. I downloaded it, but I haven't teamed up with anybody yet to play on these golf courses. So if anybody wants to do that,
Cool.
my username on Meta is my PI Dream. So you'll see when people are online. So I thought maybe you guys might have gotten to this because you're all into technology stuff. So
Alexis has offered to sell me hers, and I considered it, but I haven't done it yet.
if you get a chance, demo one. Cool. And I wasn't going to get into it, but when I got an opportunity to demo it, and that's the old version, the 2, and I was just blown away by the 2. So the 3 has improvements.
Well, what you described is why I got into first-person shooters, is because you get. I didn't have goggles on. I had
immersion.
Well, you're actually part of the game. Yeah.
They have the exact same first-person shooters, like whatever those. You're in the military and you're going out there and you're combat kind of stuff. They have those same things, but this is in the VR, and if you're into that, I think you'll be blown away by the VR technology by playing those same games. But if you do, if anybody does happen to get hooked on that, and they want to play around the golf with me, that's my username on there. I would love to do that. Get up with some teams. You can have teams that you can play.
Cool.
Well, if it is an improvement, I remember when Samsung came out with the Gear VR. I had it when it came out. They gave it to you with the phone, and you put your phone in it. So, and it was pretty cool, without question. I just never. Then the PS3 came out with VR. Sony came out with their version, and it was pretty cool. Now the new stuff is way better.
I actually used to love the flight simulators on the like the Xbox and that stuff. And I went ahead and I downloaded it's like a fighter aircraft type of a VR app for the MetaQuest, and I can't play it because it's too realistic, and I get vertigo really bad when I do the banks. Because it tricks your mind. It makes you think you're really you're sitting in the seat, the cockpit of an aircraft, and you can define which aircraft you want. They have lots of choices inside there. And you have to flip all the switches, like turn the engine on, throttle up, put your flaps down. You have to do all these same things. And I played around with it because I worked on aircraft. I never flew aircraft, but I worked on aircraft before. So I was familiar with all the settings in the cockpit. So I got it to where I could take off but the thing is, when you do the banking inside there, and you're traveling through the mountains inside, especially on the faster fighter aircraft, it's so realistic again. And I think as I get older, I'm starting to have a problem with vertigo and things like that with leaning my head back. So I bought the thing. It was so realistic, but I can't play it anymore. But if you're into those kind of things, it's again, the realism is incredible.
Cool. Sounds interesting.
It's very interesting.
The prices come way down on those things too.
They have. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just looked at MetaQuest 3, 512 gig, $500.
That's what I have. Yeah. And they have the 3S, which the resolution is just a little bit less on that one. And I don't know, there's other cuts that they had to do. I think that's like $299 or something like that. So what I did was in Hawaii, I bought my granddaughters the 3S so that we can compete with each other. It's a good way for the grandparents to get with their grandkids and stuff like that.
That includes the controllers, by the way. So,
yeah. Hey, did you guys? If I'm not mistaken, I know the old stuff you could do it, so I can't speak to the new stuff. But you can get a 360 camera and then look at your 360 videos using your MetaQuest, can't you?
Well, you can. You can, because if you go on YouTube.
But then you can do one of these, and it'd be you're
so
there
many.
again.
Yeah, on YouTube. That's what I was talking about. Those concerts and those performances that they're doing now.
Oh, yeah, I know you can get stuff. I meant, can you make your own stuff?
You can. Yeah. You can buy the same cameras that they're producing these things with.
I mean,
and it's
you just gotta go. Yeah.
I think it's still up on my channel, the 3D or the 360 drive-through on top of my Doom buggy, where I drove around with the 360 camera up there.
It's kind of freaky though, because it's so real. When you're up on the stage, and you got to realize these people, they have these cameras that are doing the recording, and the performers, the singers, the musicians that are playing it, you're looking directly into the lens, and literally you're about 4 feet away from the performer with the VR on, and it's like they're staring right into your eyes. I mean, you could see the resolution is so good. You can see the pores on their skin, on their face, and that's how clear the resolution is on there. It's kind of freaky.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to shut this down. But we can stick around after I close out the show. We could, BS for a little while longer. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. Next week, I'm going to start giving away cameras. Yeah, I'm going to give away this SJ cam. It's a really neat camera. I've had it for quite a while. I just don't use it anymore. So take care and have a great week. Oh, and enjoy your Easter. Take care, and don't forget Bill's show tomorrow night and Lloyd's show on Monday. Take care. Have a good evening. Good night, y'all.
Good night.